Hello and welcome to In the Kitchen with Matt. I am your host, Matt Taylor. Today I am in my parents' backyard. I wanted to do a garden update for you. I no longer grow fruit trees and things on my patio. It's just becoming kind of time consuming for me. I'm getting really busy with this channel, and I just didn't want to take the time to take care of it. And a lot of the trees that I had, the fruit trees I had, were just not doing very well in the pots. They really need to be in the ground. And my parents moved out here to Gilbert, Arizona, and so I planted all of my trees here in their backyard. So I'm going to go around and show you those. And if you want to go back on my channel and take a look at those other videos that I have, you can find those garden videos that I had and kind of compare to how the size of these right now. So here we go. Let's go for this first one here. So this is an update on my dragon fruit, little dragon fruit cactus vine. I did a taste test of a dragon fruit here on my channel, and this I got as a cutting from a friend of mine. His name is Papa Pepper, and I did an unboxing of the gift that he sent me, and I sprouted this and I planted it. Pretty awesome. And here we have one of my figs. I used to have two figs, but one of them died. And this is a blackjack fig, and fig trees grow really well here in Arizona. Got some nice wood chips down there. Wood chips are really important to put on the ground around your trees here in Arizona, because when it gets really hot, those help retain the moisture in the ground. I used to have 4 mango trees. Here's my lone surviving mango tree. I made the mistake of not taking my mango trees and putting them on the other side of the house last summer, and so they got kind of burnt to a crisp, unfortunately. I felt really bad that I killed my trees. But anyway, I had the lone survivor and got it planted, and it looks to be doing well. It's got some new growth on there and looking pretty awesome. Now I'll come over to one of my favorite trees. This is my Barbados cherry tree. It's not technically a tree. It's more classified as a shrub. And funny story about this, I talked about this tree on my live show. Here it is right here. If you were in the live show, you heard me talking about this. What happened is the taproot, this has a really strong taproot that grows deep into the ground. So it's very drought tolerant because of that taproot. But it was so strong, it grew through my pot and into the little space of dirt in between my pavers. And so I had to cut it in order to even get it loose from my patio, which is kind of funny. And unfortunately, because I cut the taproot, it damaged the tree a little bit. So it's going to take a couple months for it to get well established here in the ground. But really, really cool. One of my favorite trees. And now we'll come on over here to my grapes. They already look really nice and healthy. They're already doing way better than when I had them in pots. Grapes just don't do well in pots. And so we got some flames and the red flame, and then there's like the classic green perlette, I think is the green type. And we look down here, there's already some little grapes growing. Pretty cool. Pretty awesome. And then we have my little pomegranate tree, and these grow really well in Arizona. They're very high drought tolerant shrubs, and there's already nice little flowers growing, and it's doing really well. Been in the ground for about, I think, 3 weeks to a month now. Doing really awesome. Again, we got the wood chips. And then we'll come over here to these little cuttings I cut for my Barbados cherry, and I was able to sprout them. And so I have these growing right here. If you look really closely, you can see some little new growth going, which is really cool. This other one has loads of new growth on it, and eventually they'll be as big as that other one and produce those cherries, which are awesome. I did a taste test on the Barbados cherry. I have a video on those if you want to check those out. So just scroll through my videos and look at those if you're curious about the Barbados cherry. And then my mom planted a tomato. Tomatoes grow really well here in Arizona. And then she also planted some sunflowers in those little spots. She loves sunflowers. And here is her monster lemon tree that was already well established. Loads and loads of lemons. Citrus grows so well here in Arizona. Look at these. All of these lemons everywhere. It's incredible. And you could use this to make the homemade lemonade. I have a video on awesome homemade lemonade. Also homemade lemon bars, which are really, really amazing. Really cool tree. Love this lemon tree. And now let's walk over to the front and just 2 more trees to show you. This is one of my favorite trees right here. First I'll show you this lime tree. My mom doesn't like limes. I like limes. This is growing well though, a lime tree. I didn't plant this one. This was already here. But this is my jujube or Chinese date tree. I did a taste test on my channel here about this jujube, and they are amazing. Really, really cool. The jujube, it grows into like it looks like a small little apple, green little apple. And you can eat it like that, and it's crunchy and slightly sweet, kind of like an apple. But if you leave it on the tree, then it shrivels up and turns purple like a date, and it tastes kind of syrupy, and it's amazing. And I have a taste test of that here on my channel as well, if you want to go check that out. But that is the jujube. Right here is the jujube or Chinese date, and they grow incredible here in Arizona because they tolerate really drought temperatures, full sun, and it could be 115 degrees and they'll be fine. Pretty cool. And I'm going to walk over here and we'll check out the last one that I planted. This is my pineapple guava. And I grew up with a pineapple guava in my backyard in California, and I love them. They taste really good. And you can eat the little flowers when they grow. It doesn't have any on it right now, but it's pretty much just a little bit bigger than when I got it. It didn't do well at all in the pot, and so hopefully it'll grow well here. We might need to shade it in the summer a little bit, but that's okay. So there you have it. That's a quick tour of my garden, my parents' garden. My garden. It's mine. They're my fruit trees. I donated my fruit trees to their backyard, and they're going to take care of them for me. And then when they grow fruit, I'll just come over here and eat them all. Isn't that awesome? That is how to do it, right? But eventually, when I have a backyard of my own, then I will plant all kinds of fruit trees, and I'll just buy new ones. And these will forever be the ones that I took care of and grew for about 4 years in my backyard, but in my patio. Anyway, thank you for watching. Once again, my name is Matt Taylor. This has been another episode of In the Kitchen with Matt. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell so you won't miss out on any of my new videos. Until next time, take care.